Welcome to Nasdaq's Mission Driven, a show about companies that pair purpose with profit. In this series, we're highlighting those changemakers dedicated to supporting and uplifting their communities. We hear directly from the team members who are leading the charge, sparking a change, and giving back.
On this episode of Mission Driven, we're talking to leaders from around the world from UiPath. Joining us now from Romania is the CEO of UiPath, Daniel Dines. Could you tell us a little bit about UiPath?
We've started our journey in 2005 in Romania. Our main principle in UiPath is to be humble. In order to change the world, you have to have a bold vision that makes company acting very fast. We've been able to build the fastest growing enterprise software company ever.
Daniel, what does it mean to you to lead a purpose-driven company?
We believe that we participate in accelerating human achievement. The movement that we are seeing, it's equally important as the industrialization movement. We are seeing the same movement when low-level tasks are delegated to computers, while people can focus more on more intellectual, more cognitive tasks. We are seeing a big shift, a big evolution in the way work is delivered. And I always believed in equality between work and play. As long as you do something that you like, you don't work, you play. It's like getting paid to play video games. I believe the entire human work can be the same.
I love that. I do think that we need those kind of equal parts of work and play to be happy human beings. And I think it's really great the way you guys support your community. Speaking of which, can we talk a little bit about how you've responded to the COVID-19 pandemic?
We are a company that has been designed to work remotely since day one. And we took advantage of our situation to go and focus on our customers. We have accelerated the testing of COVID. In one of our hospital clients, we were able to save nurses 3 hours a day spent in bureaucratic paperwork. They were able to spend with the patients. Also, we worked a lot with federal agency on the PPP program. We estimate that around 15% of all loans went through our robot.
So let's talk a little bit about the UiPath product. What's changed this year with hyperautomation?
So in this race to build the hyper-automation platform, we started from RPA, and we are adding all the components, providing a comprehensive set of tools ranging from process mining, which connect to the backend system and understand the departmental processes, to task mining that is aimed to discover personal tasks. And we can help people from the idea generation to putting into production. So we democratize automation in a way from very professional developers, years to build an automation, to lightweight developers that can do the same work in weeks. And the last stage of automation is the analytics part, where you can measure both IT-like KPIs, but also business-driven KPIs. And this is the flying wheel of the automation that goes and deploy at large.
How do you think this moment will impact business moving forward? Will working from home be the new normal?
I believe that people realize that we don't have to be in the same room 5 days a week. Our CFO and my chief of staff, we meet 2 days a week. And it's actually better. I think that we will assist a revolution in the way work is delivered. We'll have more freedom, we'll be happier in the end.
As we continue our UiPath World Tour, we have Andrew joining us from London and Rajesh joining us from India. Tell us a little bit about what it's like to work at UiPath.
It's been a phenomenal, almost 2 years now. I mean, what a great opportunity. I love the culture. I love my co-workers, the quality and passion that they bring to the work, and what this software can do to change the world. I mean, I love what I'm doing, and I actually get paid for it as well.
That's amazing. And Andrew, how about you? Tell us about yourself and what it's like for you to work at UiPath.
Yeah, so I've been with UiPath now for 3 years, and now I'm looking after professional services inside the organization. Great company to work for. Our values are key. We're very humble, we're fast, we're immersed, and you get to work with people that, truly are intelligent and really kind of push you to develop new boundaries, as well as working with an emerging technology that's at the forefront of what we're trying to do within automation. I'm enjoying it so much.
How has your work changed since COVID-19?
When COVID first hit back in February and March within Europe, we working with two of the major airlines within Europe. We used our technology and we used our software to start to solve some of these really tactical issues because of all the cancellations of flights. We're also helping customers to adapt to what is the new normal. So it's how do you make employees more productive? It's actually we can use robots to improve the way they work and make them more productive and still get the same value from those employees as they're working from home, giving them the tools to do that.
Rajesh, could you tell us a little bit about how you personally have given back during COVID-19, how UiPath is also giving back in India?
So personally, I, along with 4 friends of mine from my class in the B school, we buddied up and made this small voluntary organization called defeatcovid.in, where we work with a number of public institutions and local governments to help them solve operational challenges using digital technologies. I, being a marketer, personally have one of the state governments put together a citizen education campaign to go on digitally to help them educate against the common myths and fake news floating around. As a company, UiPath Foundation in India, mobilized support from employees across the world to provide 1 million meals for the migrant population. On the work front, I think companies have been really supporting us very, very well. There is a lot of trust, empowerment, there is flexibility, there are Pilates, yoga, hobby sessions, and in fact, I myself did a cocktail session for all my colleagues, which was great fun.
Andrew, what made you create UiPath Academy Live Kids Edition? How do you make RPA easily understandable for young people?
At the start of COVID, and many people were talking about the challenges they were having, having to homeschool their children, having to provide childcare. So we came up with a format which was a 1-hour session for children. So we explained to them what is a software robot, what are some of the cool things that software robots can do. We then used some of the demonstrations and we created these things called monthly mind blowers within UiPath. And we had some kid-friendly ones. For example, we had a monthly mind blower called Robot Dad. And the idea was that their child was constantly sneaking back into the house to watch Netflix. So we built an automation that would monitor Netflix activity. And then finally, what we got the children to watch us build a game called Martian. And then the idea was that after the event, the children could download our software, and there were some very simple instructions for them to follow, as well as some instructions for their parents to help them go and complete all 4 levels of Master the Martian. We then gave them a certificate with UiPath on there, so there's a sense of achievement, hoping to get them more excited about what automation can do.
Automation is going to be a big theme. We will do our best to have everyone prepared.